Happy Monday, going live everywhere now. So excited to be back with you guys live this week. So just give me a second. I'm going to go live on Facebook and live on Instagram. Here we go. So excited today to be talking to you about how stylish you are. So one of the things I noticed, first of all, before I get started, yes, my glasses are different and my lipstick is different. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I don't want to talk about it. It's a sore subject. I'm still looking for my glasses. I'm still hoping I'm going to find them. I somehow misplaced them with my camp stuff. If I can't find them, I'm going to have to reorder because those were my glasses. So now I'm wearing a pair of hot pink glasses that they're just not the same. They're not the same. So anyway, I'm excited to be back. I did have a fun-filled week at camp last week. It was far from glamorous. It was lovely and sweet, but not at all glamorous. I will be sharing a reel today where I'm sharing what I actually wore at camp for a week. Spoiler alert, I wore dresses every day this week, every day. So say hi if you're watching me live, and let's get started. I'm excited today to be sharing 10 more reasons I think that you're more stylish than you think. So one of the things I've noticed is that as women progressively start working more and more on their style, that they become harder and harder on themselves in some ways, and more critical and more analytical in a way that I don't think serves us as well. Like, I think the point is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If you can look in the mirror and say, I like the way that this looks, then go for it and go on with your day and enjoy your day and enjoy the confidence that comes with being well dressed. So you overthinking every single outfit choice and every single detail is going to put us in a mentally negative space and kind of send us into a tailspin. Good morning, everyone. And so I want to talk about why you are more stylish than you think you are, and why you should let up on yourselves a little, give yourselves a little bit of grace, and know that there are going to be some days when you just adore what you're wearing, and other days when you're stuck wearing pink glasses when you really want to be wearing red glasses. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. I love seeing you guys. Hey, Jen. Okay, so the first reason that you're more stylish than you think you are is that you know when something is off, even if you can't quite put your finger on what it is. Like, you look in the mirror and you're like, this isn't working. I don't necessarily know why it's not working, but I know it's not working. That spidey sense that you have when it comes to style is a sign that you have taken your style lenses to the next level, that you are being more intentional and more thoughtful in your choices, and that you have been training your eye to pick up on what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So if you ever are looking in the mirror and you're like, there's something off about this outfit, I'm still trying to figure out what it is, but there's something off about this outfit, you are more stylish than you think you are. You know, we have all, I think, been in the situation where we see people out and about and we're like, did they not have a friend who told them that that wasn't working for them? Or did they not look in the mirror before they left? Like, the clothes that they're wearing either don't fit them or don't suit them to an extent where we see it very clearly. Not everybody is seeing that about themselves, and not everybody cares enough to look and to ask those questions. So if you're doing that, if you're looking in the mirror and saying, what do I think of this outfit? Oh, there's something off about this outfit. What is off about this outfit? How can I tweak this outfit to make it work better? You are so ahead if you're intentional and you're evaluating your outfits before you leave the house, and you're being thoughtful about how you're putting things together. You are more stylish than you think you are. Give yourself some grace. Okay, the next sign that you might be more stylish than you think you are is that you shop with a filter. So one of the things that keeps me going as a personal stylist is shopping for my clients, because a lot of women, when they first either start following my channel or start working with me, they walk into a store and they're easily overwhelmed because they think that everything in the store is an option for them. Everything in the store is an option. You go into a store and there's like thousands of items and you're like, I can't get through all of these. I give up, right? Part of what I do with videos and what I do when I'm working with clients is to help you build your filters. Your filters are going to be things like color palette, body type, flattery, what's modern and what's dated, what works and what doesn't work. These are all filters that you can use to narrow down the things that you're looking at to the best possible options for you. People who are not focusing on style and therefore not as stylish as you are not using filters. They go into a store and they're like, should I buy this in blush? Should I buy this in red? Should I buy this in teal? Should I buy this in purple? Like they have no idea. They have no idea. They have no filters. Now, having filters means that not only are you more confident in your shopping, but you're also being more intentional in the way that you're putting things together. You're recognizing that not everything that you see is your best option, and so you're bypassing and sidestepping a lot of potential mistakes by using filters like what do I know is flattering to my body type. What colors do I know are going to make me look and feel my best? And you're filtering by those things. When I go into like a TJ Maxx, I skim the racks for my colors. That's the first filter I use. What are my colors? Like I'm going to skip past the blush and the camel as much as I love those colors because they don't love me back. So I'm going to go straight for the black and the red and the white and the colors that work for me. So if you're going into a store knowing what doesn't work, and having a better idea of what does work, you are way more stylish than you think you are. You are using your filters. And I would encourage you to really start dialing this in even more and even more, getting more and more specific, not just about what you're looking at, but what you choose to take into a dressing room. Like if you know, like I do, that blush is not a good color to wear close to your face, there's no reason to take a blush blouse into a dressing room, right? Like using those filters is a sign that you're more stylish than you think you are. Okay, the next sign that you're more stylish than you think you are is that you use accessories intentionally. Even if it's just choosing between two earrings, you are not just throwing things on randomly. Thoughtful accessorizing is an advanced skill. So if you're not like, I'm just going to wear the default X or the default Y, and there's nothing wrong with having a go-to daily pair of earrings. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is when you're adding a statement accessory or an accessory that really stands out in an outfit, you're intentional about the way that you're choosing that accessory. You're choosing it to add either a component to the outfit that may be missing, or you're using it to complete an outfit and add those last little finishing touches. But you know what you're doing a little bit when it comes to accessories, and you're strategic about it to whatever extent you've learned and you've been working at it. You're strategic about how you're choosing accessories, and that strategy is really something that is going to make your accessories game next level. Like your accessories are going to look more like they belong on your outfit because you have given it some thought. So a lot of people are just like, well, I'm just going to wear the basic black flats and the basic earrings and the basic this and the basic that with every outfit. And do they look wrong? No, they do not look wrong. Do they look interesting? No, they don't look interesting. So if you're doing something a little bit unique with your accessories and you're being intentional about how you're accessorizing your outfits, you are way more stylish than you think you are. Okay, I have an interesting comment here from Pam. Filters for cold shoppers are a double-edged sword. Yes, but 100%. If you're a cold shopper and you have a hard time finding anything you like, but you still need filters. You still need filters because the thing that makes cold shoppers, icy cold shoppers, is when they don't use filters and they end up buying something that they regret buying, and then it makes them less likely to want to shop in the future. Now, if you don't understand my concept of hot and cold shoppers, I'll explain really quickly. Hot shoppers are people that have to be talked out of purchases, and cold shoppers are people that need to be talked into purchases. If you shop easily and always find something and love to shop and find things all the time, you're a hot shopper. If you do not enjoy shopping, you hardly ever find anything you like, you're overly critical, and you second guess your purchases all the time, you're a cold shopper. Cold shoppers and hot shoppers both equally need filters for different reasons. But that's such a good observation, Pam. Okay. The next sign that you may be more stylish than you think you are is that you dress with context in mind. You instinctively know what's appropriate for a specific setting, or you've worked on knowing what's appropriate for a specific setting, for a meeting or a date night or brunch or travel. Style isn't just about looking good, it's about looking good for where you're going, right? It's about looking good for where you're going, and it's about knowing whether your outfit is going to make you feel like you belong in the setting that you're going to be in or not. I will tell you, full disclosure, I used to be awful at this. I used to be awful at this. I was like a caricature of a fashion person who would go to things like sporting events in stilettos and silk, right? And at some point, we need to stop and ask ourselves, like, is this a little ridiculous? Is this a little ridiculous? It was ridiculous. It was out of context for where I was. That does not mean that I need to tone down my personal style and go as sporty spice when that's 100% not who I am. But it does mean that I need a netta version of the going to a sporting event outfit. And I need a netta version of a brunch outfit. And I need a netta version of a date night outfit or a travel outfit or an athleisure out, whatever those different occasions in my life are. I want a version of me that suits that context. And I don't want to look really out of place for where I'm going. Now, that does not mean that we can't level up and dress up a little bit more than the people around us, but it does mean that we don't want to look like we're in a completely different planet, right? So there is a balance there that I think is important to strike. I dress up way more in general than many of the people in the community that I live in. And I would say my friends are the same way. We all tend to dress up more than a lot of the people we run into if we stop at the drugstore or stop at the grocery store. But we're not dressed like we're going to a state dinner or like we're going to meet the queen, so there is a balance, but you want to look like you understood the assignment. You knew where you were going. I joke all the time that, like, you see couples, celebrity couples and couples in real life where clearly they are looking at different invitations when they're going out. Like Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber are an example. She always looks like she's going to the Oscars. He always looks like he's going to sit on a couch and play video games with his friends. Like that's their thing, right? They did not get the same memo. They are not dressed for the same event. So you dress with context in mind. You think about what is going to be appropriate and comfortable and work for where you're going, and then also speaks to your personal style. Okay, I have some cold shoppers commenting. Okay, the next sign that you may be more stylish than you think you are. This is next level. You know your best neckline or sleeve length or hemline. If you feel like you have an understanding of the necklines that work and don't work for you, or the sleeve lengths that work and don't work for you, or the hemlines that work and don't work for you, you are more stylish than you think you are. So you've noticed what flatters you most and you gravitate to it. That is intentionality in action. That is understanding and honoring your body type, and that is taking your outfits to the next level. If you're paying attention to things like, I know this neckline doesn't work for me. I know this neckline really opens up, my silhouette and is much more flattering and draws attention to my face. Those are signs that you are paying attention and you are making some intentional choices when it comes to choosing silhouettes. If you know that you prefer a sleeve that hits below the widest part of your arm but above your elbow, if you know that long sleeves suit you more than cap sleeves, if you know that midi skirts are less flattering on you than knee-length skirts, all of those details, those are going to be signs that not only are you more stylish than you think you are, but you're building a wardrobe that is really going to bring out your best. So many people are just like, buying whatever is available. They're buying whatever's available. They're not paying attention to things like the length of their dress or their skirt, the neckline, the sleeve, or they're buying to cover without any thought to any other checking any other boxes. They're just buying to cover up their bodies. Okay, another sign that you're more stylish than you think you are. You can style around a problem area without obsessing. Now, you figured out how to dress your body without waging a war against it. That is next level confidence, and style follows confidence. I think these things are so closely related. So if you know that you've got an area where you're like, I don't want to really draw attention to this area. You know how to dress in a way where that area is not the center focus, and without really like obsessing about, at this specific angle, and if I bend over this way, and on alternate Thursdays, can you see my belly bulge? Like it's not that deep. Like you've learned to say, okay, I don't love this area, I don't love my belly that much, I'm just not going to highlight it, and I'm going to highlight other things that I love. And then you're going to move on with your life, right? Because the goal is for us not to be fixated on what we're wearing, but the goal is to get dressed so that you can go out there and do the things that God has called you to do. That is the reason, and that is my motivation behind everything I do. I want you to get dressed and then forget about it and enjoy your day and feel confident and feel beautiful. So it isn't, I hope nobody sees my stomach in this. I hope nobody sees this in this. I hope nobody sees that. Like we really at some point need to let that go and move on with our lives. So if you can style around your trouble areas without obsessing, you are way more stylish than you think. And if you do find that you are over or hyper fixating on your trouble areas, then I would love to chat with you and give you some strategies that will help you just create an overall flattering look in your outfits without stressing you out. So comment problem area if that's something you struggle with, because I know so many women, we are our own worst enemies, and we tend to focus on the things that are not working on our bodies, that we think are not working on our bodies. Okay. The next sign that you're more stylish than you think you are is that you've inspired a friend's outfit. Maybe you've inspired the people around you to level up a little bit. Maybe you are, people are telling you, oh, you always look so put together. Or maybe somebody in your friend group, or somebody that copied something that you wore even just once. You're more stylish than you think you are. If a friend is like, where'd you get those earrings? Then they run out and buy those earrings, or look for those earrings. Or if they compliment you on your shoes and you suddenly notice they're wearing similar shoes, you're more stylish than you think you are. If you get comments from your friends or family about what you're wearing, you're more stylish than you think you are. People who are not making an effort and are not intentional about their style, this is not a judgment thing, I'm just making an observation. They are not getting those comments. They're not getting those compliments. So if you hear, that's so cute, you always look great, you always look put together, I'm always looking forward to seeing what you're going to wear, you are way more stylish than you're giving yourself credit for. Okay, the next sign that you may be more stylish than you think you are is that you're not overthinking it. So I have some clients that are that I'm a big picture person. I have some clients that are that tend to get into the weeds and overthink and maybe obsess a little bit over details. And at the end of the day, at some point, we've got to let go of some of that micromanaging of our looks and just enjoy what we're wearing. Stylish people don't obsess. They don't stand in front of the mirror for an hour. If you can get dressed in 10 minutes and feel good, you have cracked the code, and you are way more stylish than you think you are. If it takes you forever, like I always joke, those things when they show glamorous women or stylish women, I have hair in my mouth, and they are spending hours getting ready and it takes them forever and ever. I'm like, that's not a sign that you are more stylish. That is a sign that you're still trying to figure things out. And there's no shame in that. It's just that when you figured it out, it takes you less and less time. It takes me 15 minutes start to finish to get ready. I don't wash my hair in the morning, so that is a part of it. I wash it in the evening, but in the morning, it takes me 15 minutes to get ready. And not everybody needs to be at 15 minutes, but it doesn't take me forever. I don't overthink my outfits. I know what outfits work. I'll play with an outfit combination occasionally, but it's not a daily thing. And it doesn't take me forever. I'm dressed and I'm out the door, or dressed and here speaking with you, and it doesn't take over my life. How much time are you spending overthinking things like your proportions, your body type and flattery, the exact shades of a color that you should wear close to your face? Do some of these details matter? Yes. And they will come in time. But what will not help that process any along at all is spending, an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes standing in front of a mirror and obsessing about what your outfit looks like and what microscopic little tweaks you can make to improve it. Okay, next sign that you may be more stylish than you think you are is that you can mix high and low and nobody knows. You can mix high and low and nobody knows. So you can wear Target with Tory Burch, you can wear Amazon with Ann Taylor, and it just looks cohesive. That's taste, not price tag. I want to add something to this. A stylish woman can shop anywhere and find something she likes. I always say I am not a snob at all. I can help you find a great bag at Target. I can help you find a great bag at Neiman Marcus. I can help you find a great bag at, what I'm blanking on that, very expensive, like, really high end websites, whatever, like Gucci. I can help you find, a great outfit any one of those places. If you've got great style, you can find something wherever you are, and you know what you're looking for, and you can recognize quality, you can recognize fit, you can recognize flattery, you can check the boxes and go through your filters wherever you're shopping, whether it's Goodwill or Saks Fifth Avenue. Like, you're going to find great things wherever you're looking. So great style means that you can mix high and low, and no one's like, oh, look at those Target pants with that Gucci shirt, whatever, like random example. But like, no one is going to say, oh, I see those pants are from Target and you're wearing them with a fancy silk blouse. It's about the way that you put things together, and high and low and mixing those two pieces has been the modern aesthetic, the modern way to put together outfits, probably since, I don't know, since Sharon Stone wore that Gap t-shirt with an evening skirt 30 years ago to the Oscars. Like, it is the way that stylish women put together outfits. Because one of the ways that stylish women don't put together outfits is by taking every single outfit directly off the mannequin, off the runway look, off the model on the website, and wearing that exact outfit the way that it's styled head to toe. That is definitely a shortcut, but it is not bringing your personal style into it at all. And it's not a sign that your style has progressed if you're just copying an outfit directly. So when you mix high and low, you're putting things together in an unexpected and surprising way that reflects your personal style, your wardrobe, your aesthetic, your budget, all the things. Beverly says, I'm leaning into the uniform for now. Yes, a uniform helps you get dressed easily. Kathy says, I'm often amused by how often I find myself in a Walmart or Amazon piece besides a rather high-end piece. It's fun. Absolutely, it's fun. And truly, some of the most stylish women I know, women who can shop anywhere and who have the budget to buy whatever they want, are finding pieces at places like Walmart, at Marshall's, at Amazon, and they're putting them together in ways that look elevated and elegant, and nobody knows and nobody cares. TL, I really agree about finding great items without spending a lot of money, as long as you can identify good quality. Absolutely. Good quality, good taste, good fit. If you're checking those boxes, it doesn't matter where you find the item. Okay. The last sign that you may be more stylish than you think you are is that you've stopped dressing to impress and started dressing to express. So I think this is so critical. I used to care very much about what people thought about my outfits. I do not anymore. I care about what I think of my outfits. I care that I feel like myself in my outfits. I care that I feel stylish in my outfits. I care that I feel confident and comfortable and like me in my outfits. Some of my favorite outfits are the ones I get the least feedback on. The more simple and the more basic I dress, the more positive responses I tend to get to my outfits, because more people can picture themselves in outfits that are simpler than outfits that are more personality driven. So for example, if I wear an outfit that's comprised mostly of basics, I'm going to get a lot more comments on sharing that outfit than I am if I share a really statementy, personality driven, funky outfit, because the funky outfit is polarizing, right? It is not for everybody. And that's exactly the point. It's not for everybody. I'm not going to get as much feedback about that. And so if I was going to care overly about how many comments I got on an outfit, whether it's in real life in person or whether it's, online, then I would just dress in basic outfits all the time because those are the ones that get the most love. So it is not about how many comments I get or how other people feel about my clothes. As long as I know that my clothes are flattering and fit me and are, and work for me, and then that's all that matters. Like, as long as I love what I'm wearing, I'm going to go out there and crush the day and feel confident. The moment you start dressing for yourself and not for approval, that's when your true style shows up. A lot of the things I like are polarizing. That is totally fine. If it's not for you, it's not for you. It's for me. And hopefully, you have some pieces in your own wardrobe that are polarizing, where people, maybe if you have classic style, you may not have that as much. But if you've got any kind of a version of a statement type of style personality, like your style's maybe more edgy, maybe it's more boho, maybe it's more creative like mine, you're going to find things that people are like, I love that for you. I love that for you, but it's not for me. It's not for me. So that's it. 10 signs that you are more stylish than you think you are. If you are still here, I'm so thankful that you're watching and that you're joining me for this week's Monday morning style session. I do have a masterclass at 11 a.m. today. The link is everywhere, but if you're looking for it, comment masterclass and I will make sure you get the link to sign up. So it is at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So an hour and a half from now, we're going to be talking about the 4 outfits that every woman needs. If one of these is missing from your wardrobe, you're going to feel like you do not have something to wear to all the different places. Also, next week, my Monday morning style session will be pre-recorded again, as I will be in Illinois visiting my husband's family. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like wherever you're watching. Love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.